Hey guys, Cole and Allie. I just wanted to record a video because I wanted to tell you where all we can go on our amazing trip that we're going to go on, and I didn't feel like typing it out. So here's the Aiden video, Aiden's first ever YouTube video, other than all the ones I made when I was in middle school. So anyway, you land here at good old Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, pretty close to Amsterdam. It's pretty easy. There's a train that brings us right to Den Haag, where I live. I'll come pick y'all up. We can go to my house. We can spend the full day exploring. There's a lot of stuff to see. In this general area, there's the central station. There's the central area as well, Chinatown. There's some massive parks over here. We can even go check out the sand dunes if we want. Second day, I'm thinking we go to Delft. Obviously, I may have classes I need to go to. And if y'all have free time, you can go to Rotterdam. Rotterdam's Ite City. It's known as the most car-friendly city in the Netherlands, so Cole would definitely love it. But other than that, I do want to go on a bigger trip. I kind of don't know if I just really want to stay in one place the entire time. I think that could be pretty boring. There are, let's reload this. There are six really options for places we can go. No, not six. There are four different options for places we can go. They're kind of grouped together. So the first one is Brighton in the UK. Second one is we do this travel around the Netherlands and actually go see some national parks, kind of like a Cole-style travel to see a bunch of different things. The third one's National Park Eiffel, which is on the border of Belgium and Germany. And then lastly, we can go see Luxembourg. I'm just going to go like a quick overview for all of these, just so that you can make a decision. Y'all can decide. I do have my opinions, but I'll probably go to all of these eventually, so it doesn't matter that much. First one I'll focus in on is Brighton. It's in the south of UK. It is a very old and historic. It's not actually that historic, but it's a pretty hipster town that is a big travel resort, especially because of the beaches. In the winter, it's more of like a small town vibes. Here's some pictures of it. It has a very famous pier that goes out into the ocean. I've heard of it tons of times. You know, it has the hipster vibe a little bit. There's a lot of good restaurants, a lot of good food. We can go check out the beach. We can go explore some places around it. But the thing I think is coolest here is that we'd be able to go see Seven Sisters. These are these massive cliffs, like the White Cliffs of Dover, except for the Dover cliffs are way too far away. I've tried looking. So we'd be able to probably do a day trip over here. There's some long hikes that bring you along this entire stretch, right across the beach. It may be a little cold and wet, but I think it'd be pretty fun. I will say one of the reasons why I don't think we should just stay on the coast of the Netherlands is because it is pretty cold and wet and rainy at that time of year. As you go further inland, it may get more cold, but it gets less rainy and windy. And on the south coast of the UK, it's pretty similar. And I think the misty vibe would be pretty cool here. We could also go to Devil's Dyke, which is these areas in between these massive hills in southern UK, pretty close to Brighton. I think all in all, we can get a pretty good 2 day weekend trip out of it. In terms of getting there, it takes about 6.5 hours to get there by train. We'd probably go through London St. Pancras, which is one of the biggest stations, only station that gets you through the channel. And it will probably cost about 100 euros each. So it's a bit more on the pricey side. I think the most pricey out of all three options, four options, I guess. But it could definitely be a pretty fun trip. Our second option is in Germany and the Belgium area. This is National Park Eiffel. It is in Belgium and Germany. We could probably end up going to both. We'd probably stay in the small town of Monschau, which is right in the middle. This town is very historic. As you can see, there's a bunch of small houses, very German-style houses, right on these canals, right through the mountains. There's a really cool castle that'd be pretty fun to explore, right next to Eiffel. One of the big things that could be cool here is we'd be going right at the beginning of the Weihnachtsmarkt, which is the Christmas market. This town is actually known for its Christmas market, how it's very quaint. It may not be snowing. When I was looking it up, there's a small chance of snow around this time of year, but at Monschau, probably not. But yeah, we'll be able to go check out the Weihnachtsmarkt, which is a pretty popular thing in Germany. We could then go to see the National Park Eiffel, which is pretty close. It's right next to Monschau. This is probably a day trip of just traveling across it. A lot of rivers. There's the dam. And we can just explore. There's a ton of different parks we can go check, or a ton of different trails we can check out. So we can decide which one we want to do. On the other side, on the Belgium side, we have the High Fens part of the Eiffel National Park. This is very different. than the other side. And if we want to go here, I think we can. It may take a little while to get there from Monschau, probably like an hour, so really not that bad. But we would have to book that transit. And yeah, I think that could be a pretty good option as well if you want more of a small, secluded town and to go to some parks. Brighton is a lot larger of a town on the southern coast. They do speak English in Brighton, which is, if that's what you want, then we can easily go with this. And it is less of a European vibe, more of a UK vibe. So that is worth noting for Brighton. And then this is the Belgian Germany one. Over here is it takes about 5.5 hours by train and bus to get to Monschau. About 55 euros. We probably just take the train to Eindhoven. I think it's probably less because we're students, and I have a pass that would be able to get us 40% cheaper on the train itself, probably all the way down to wherever this train stop is. Our third option. Oh, it's bugging out on me. Well, this is amusing, isn't it? Oh, okay, we're back. Uh, as you can see, I'm not great at recording videos, but you know what? We'll keep on going. Next option, Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a small town situated between Belgium, Germany, and France. They speak Luxembourgish, I think is their primary language. I don't speak Luxembourgish. They do speak some German, though. Worth noting, I could easily speak German. We're in Monschau, so you can get around there. We can get around Luxembourg fine as well. They speak a lot of English. We'd probably stay in Luxembourg City. My Wi-Fi has stopped working suddenly. This is embarrassing. Well, you know what this means? Let me do this talk. So, Luxembourg City itself. I really want these to load. I'll just talk about my life. Currently, I'm about to go to a party with a bunch of people from Leiden University, which is not the university I go to, as y'all know. I went to a bar last night with my friend Doltuck Miss Sweeney. He's a Irish dude. So we're going to the bar together. We went to the bar together last night, and we met a bunch of people, and they were cool. And we talked to them for 3.5 hours, and then they invited us to their student association party. So we're going there. We're going to see how that is. I hope it's fun. Anyway, Luxembourg. This is Luxembourg City. This is kind of just what it looks like a little bit on the outside. There are these really massive cliffs right overshadowing the town where there's a castle on top of. If we want some better pictures of what the city actually looks like, we'd probably stay in the city. Here are some different pictures. You know, there's the main thing is the castle and the cliffs. There's some really cool bridges. I've seen some very popular bridges that are pretty tall, like over here. Oh, this is the big bridge. I guess that's a train bridge, but still, there's a lot of cool things to do in Luxembourg. We can go check out the Luxembourg catacombs, which stretch throughout the city. I think there's like 20 miles of catacombs. We'd be able to be walking basically along the side of the cliffs, exploring these catacombs and just looking out. While we're there, we could easily go check out the Morlerthal region, which is also known as Little Switzerland. It has a bunch of nature parks, so we'd be able to go explore. And the big thing there is the Mutherhall Trail, which has a lot of kilometers of trails. We can go find some part of this and actually explore it. I think Luxembourg's a pretty good option because it would allow us to explore a European city, a relatively good sized one, Luxembourg City. We'll also be able to get some of the fun nature and outdoorsy things of this little Switzerland region. It's also worth noting that for Luxembourg itself, it's one of the only countries in all of Europe where all public transportation is free. So we really wouldn't even have to worry about getting around there. Also, it would only cost about 19 euros for us to get there. It seems like it's pretty far, but actually kind of cheap. So this is one of the options. Our last option is to stay in Netherlands and go check out a bunch of national parks all around the country. Probably just stay in a cabin or two while we're at it. It will be kind of rainy and windy. I'll go ahead and tell you this now. But there are, I think, 9 major national parks in the Netherlands. And the two, here are a couple of the options. One of them is Veluwe National Park. It's very popular, especially because of these pink flowers. I doubt there'll be any left at that time of year. That's kind of in top bloom right now, and they're starting to die off a little bit. But it will still be pretty cool to explore. There's also this Windmill Park. This place is crazy popular. I think it's so popular that now if you go during the summer months, you actually have to pay a fee to explore it. because it's so popular. We could also go check out the Biesbosch National Park, which is south of Dordrecht, so south of Rotterdam. A bunch of canals we can go through. You can also go check out this one a little bit further north. And overall, I think this is an also good option if you want to just check out a bunch of nature areas without seeing as much of the actual city life in the Netherlands. So anyway, those are our 4 major options. Y'all let me know what you want, and good luck orienteering.